Today I'm doing this video is on the tall buildings and its analysis using ETAP. My tall building has 25 stories, in which there are three categories. 1 to 10 stories have the live load of 5 kN and dead load of 2 kN per meter square respectively, and then from 11 to 20 it has 4.5 kN per meter square of live load and 2 kN of dead load. And then comes the 20 to 25 stories, in which the live load is 4 kN per meter square and dead load is 2 kN per meter square. And then the column size will be of 3 to 4 types and beams will be of 3 types. So the concrete grade used is M40, and then the rebar details, the ties is of mild steel of 250 mild steel, and for longitudinal bar it is HYSD bars. The slab is of 150 mm thickness of grade M40 concrete, and then the walls are drawn using auto draw cladding, and the cladding load is of 0.2 kN per meter. Now we'll go on with the model. First I'll take the new model, in which I use built-in settings with display units, metric system as we use it in India, steel section database, it is Indian steel code, that is steel design code is IS 800/2007, concrete design is IS 456/2000. After that, the basic setting is been done, I'll click OK. Then comes my grid dimensions, in which the grid is of 4x4. My grid will be of 4x4 with spacing of 6 per grid in X direction and 6 in Y direction. The number of stories is 25. I'll take 25. The story height is 3 meter in both the base and all the other stories, but I'll custom my story because there are 3 types, in which 21 to 25 is of 1K, so I'll leave this as 25, and from 20 to 19 I'll make this master story as yes. Then I'll change the stories from 19 to 11 as story 20. These will be of similar values. After story 11, I'll make the story 10 as a master story. Then from 9 to 1, I'll make the master story as story 10. This will ease up my work. After doing this, I'll cross check once. From 1 to 10 it is story 10, from 11 to 20 it is story 20, and from 21 to 25 story 25. Those are the similar stories. I'll click OK, and I'll select grid only and click OK. Now I have the plan from 1 to of story 25 with z-axis height, and I have a 3D elevation. Now I'll define the material properties which I'll be using. I'll first take add new materials. I'll select India. Material type is concrete, Indian, and as per my design this M40 grade of concrete. I'll click OK. They'll show the properties. Then I'll click OK. And then I'll take add new material. I'll take rebar, in which Indian standard I'll take, and then the grade is HYSD 500. I'll click OK. Again I'll click OK with the properties, and I'll take the other material. For tie-ups, I'll keep the region, material type and standard as same, and I'll change the grade to mild grade I'll click OK. I'll check the properties and I'll click OK. Now the definition of the materials is being done. Then I'll again take define. I'll take section properties, in which frame sections. I'll click add new property, in which the concrete rectangular section is my beams and columns. So I'll take rectangular on this. I'll now change this property. I'll give a name as B500 by 300 is my first beam type. I'll change material to M40 grade. Then I'll keep everything same. I'll change the depth and width to 500 and 300. I'll change modify show rebar, in which this is a beam, so I'll change it to M3 design beam. Then the longitudinal bases of HYSD 500, confinement bar and tie-ups is mile 150, and the cover for this is 25 mm each, both on top and bottom. I'll change it. I'll click OK and I'll click OK. Now I have a beam of 500 by 300, and I have other two bars with the same rebar details with different dimensions. So I can use add a copy of property. I'll change the name here, 515 by 350. Then M40 is same. I'll change this depth and width of the column. Beam. So you can check the rebar details. It will be same. I will OK. And I'll take another one, add copy of property, because I have three beams with different dimensions. I'm defining each of one of them. 200. So I'll change the depth and width of the beam as I've done earlier, and I'll click OK. Now I'll take add new property, in which I will use auto select of beams and columns in this one. So I'll use this concrete rectangle, in which auto select list. I'll give a name to beams auto, so that I could identify it easily. I'll take concrete, because my beams and columns are for concrete. I'll select all the three beams which I have defined. I'll take add and I'll click OK. This will give all the three beams in this. Now I'll add columns as we have done it for beams. Columns is 500 by 500. I'll change it to M40, the material. I'll change the width and depth of the column. Then I'll define the longitude. It is column, so I'll leave it to PM to M3 design. And longitudinal bases of HYSD 500, containment is mile steel. The rectangle is ties. This I'll check if it is. The clear cover of the confinement bars is 40 mm. It is right. I'll click OK and then OK. As I have done it for beams, I'll do the same things for columns. I'll add a copy of the property, in which I'll define the column size and details. This 550 mm. I'll be clicking OK. Again, I'm taking another one. I'm giving it a name, so that I could identify it easily. Materials is same. 600 by 600. Okay. Okay. Now I'll take a new property and make a list of all three columns, which will auto select. I'll change the auto select design to concrete, and I'll take the columns and I'll add it and I'll click OK. So I have defined the frame sections now. Now I define the slab. I'll go here. I'll take slab section, add new property, I'll name it as slab 150, and I'll change the slab material to M40. Then I'll change the thickness of the slab. Okay. I have defined the slab section now. Now I have defined all the things. So now I'll start assigning. I'll go to draw beams in columns. I'll take quick draw beams because all my columns are on the grid line, grid intersections. I'll change the property to Speed Auto, in which I have all the columns defined, and I'll select all the columns, and all the columns have been assigned. I'll take draw, and now I'll take quick draw beams. I'll change the property to B Auto, which I have defined. Now I'll define all the beams. I forgot. I'll make it similar stories so that all the things will be assigned at a stretch. Now I'll take one story. I'll take 24, in which I'll draw the columns and beams. Draw columns. These are the only 4 columns in the first 5 floors. That is 21 to 25. I'll draw beams now. Quick draw beams. I've already selected the beams. Beams have been drawn. I'll take draw again. I'll draw the wall. Sorry, slab. Quick draw floor. This is the only floor of all the 5 floors. To exit from the draw mode, click escape. Now I'll take story 20 and I'll click on OK. I have story 20 here. Now I'll draw the columns and beams for all the similar stories. I have drawn the columns. Now I'll draw the beams. I'll take quick draw beams. I'll select the beams. Now I'll draw the floor. All the floors are drawn for the similar. Now I'll take draw again. I'll change my plan from 10 to 20, 1 to 10. I'll take draw. Draw column, which everything is the column. Now I'll take draw beams. I'm going to draw all the beams in the floor. I'll take draw again. I'll draw the floor. I'll escape this. I'll go to 25th floor, which has a small mistake. I'll select it. The beams are not there all over, so I'll delete them. Now I'll rotate and check. I'm just checking with the stories. In stories, there is a mistake, so I'll correct it. I'll go to story properties. I'll go to add or modify grid. I'll take modify, in which story sits is being wrong. I'll click OK. I'll take refresh view. Click OK. And I'll make the changes. I'll go to draw. Draw object. I'll draw the remaining columns. I'll draw the beam. Now I'll draw the slab. click on escape. I just checked if there is double columns or double walls, because it was already drawn. But the drawing is being complete. Now I'll assign the loads. I'll take all storage, because all the storage has the same dead load. Before assigning, I'll select all the 9 pallets, and it will select all the slabs, and I'll define the load. I'll go to load pattern, dead load. I'll check if there is dead load or live load. Now I'll go to assign shell loads, in which I'll take uniform. The load pattern name is dead and the load is 2 kilonewton. I'll click on OK, which adds the dead load to all the slabs. Now I'll take similar stories, and I'll again go to assign shell loads, uniform. I'll change dead to live load, and I'll make it a 5 kilonewton for 1 to 10th floor, 10th story, which has been assigned now. Now I'll go to floor number 11, which is a different floor. Now I'll go to assign shell loads, uniform load, live load of 4.5 kilonewton per meter square. I'll click on OK. To check if the load is being applied, go to display, load assign. I'll take shell loads. I'll click on apply for dead load pattern, which shows the dead load applied. I'll take the live load, which has not been applied because the shells were not selected. I'll select the shell. I'll go to assign. I'll go to shell loads. I'll take uniform. Live load of 4.5 kilonewton is being applied. I click on OK. I'll check whether if it is been applied for 1 to 10th floor. I'll go to plan. I'll take number 9. I'll take OK. I'll select all the floor slabs. 150 has been selected. I'll go to assign shell load, uniform, live load of 5 kilonewton. I'll click on OK, which will assign shell load. I'll go to 22nd floor now. So here I'll apply the live load. I'll select the pallet. I'll go to assign shell load, uniform, and I'll change the load to 4 kilonewton. I'll click on OK. The 4 kilonewton load has been applied for all the similar stories. Now I have to apply the cladding load of 2 kilonewton to the exterior beams. I'll go to assign frame loads, distributed, uniform load of 0.2 kilonewton on the edges. I click on OK. This will apply 2 kilonewton to the similar floors. Now I will go to other story. I click OK. Now I'll select all the exterior beams, because the cladding loads will be on the exterior beams. I'll take assign, frame load, distributed, point 2, and I'll click OK. Now I'll go to plan. I'll select the floor. I'll select all the exterior beams to assign the cladding load. I'll take assign, frame load, distributed, point 2, and I'll click on OK. This assigns. Now I'll go to base and I'll click on OK. And now there is not the stories selection is not being visible, so I'll go to display, unformed shapes. It comes. Now I'll take one story. This is the basement, so I'll select all the joints from here. I've selected all the joints. I'll go to assign, join, restraint. I'll select it and I'll click on OK to make all the joints to be fixed joints. Now I'll go to floor number 25, that is the top floor, which does not have cladding load on it. I'll make sure that it is one story. I'll select the exterior beam. I'll go to display, force design, frame. I'll click on OK. We can see that there is 2.2 km per meter square load on the beam. I'll go to assign, frame load, distributed, and I'll make it 0, because on the topmost floor there will be. Now we have assigned the load, and now we'll define the wind load. I'll go to loads. I'll take load cases. I'll take load patterns, in which I'll type wind here. Now I'll select wind load here. Then out of this, I'll take the IS code, IS 875-2015. This is the IS code for wind load. I'll click on add new wind load. Now I have to modify the lateral load. The exposure condition has been left the same. Wind speed VV. I'm taking my location of the structure is Bangalore. In Bangalore has a wind speed of 33 meter per second. And terrain category, reference to terrain category, it comes to 3 with respect to code. The importance factor will be 1, the risk coefficient will be 1, and the topographic category K3 will also be 1. Then we'll click on OK. And again I'll click on OK. Now to apply the load, I'll go to assign, shell load, wind pressure coefficient. To assign this, I have referred table 4, and the total number of stories is 25 into 3, which gives me the height of 75 meters, and then the width and length of the building is same, that is 18 meters. H by L gives me the coefficient, which lies between 1.5 and 6. So L by W is 1 and L and W is 1. So I have referred this, and my windward and leeward coefficient I will apply it. It is 0.8 for A. Before applying this, I will go to elevation and I will take A. I will click on OK. So this is how my building will look like in the elevation. I take the all story option here. And I'll select the shell. Before that, I'll go to draw, auto cladding, use flows, I click on OK. Now I'll go to, I have taken the elevation along A axis. Now this is the windward side. Now I'll select this shells and I'll go to assign shell loads. I'll take wind pressure coefficient, which is 0.8 windward. Now I'll click on OK. Now I'll go to elevation. I'll take B because in some of the stories the building has B elevation, and select this. I'll go to assign shell load, windward coefficient, which will be same. I'll click on OK. Now I'll go to elevation and I'll take C. I'll click on OK. I'll go to assign menu, so that I'll select them. I'll go to assign shell load, windward coefficient, which is minus 0.25, and leeward. I'll click on apply. Now I'll go to elevation. I'll take D. And select all the shells, and the coefficient will be same. I'll click on apply. Now I will come to elevation. I'll take it as 1. I'll go apply. And select all the shells. It is leeward side. I'll click on OK. Again I'll take the elevation 2. I'll click on apply. I'll go to assign shell load, wind pressure coefficient, and select the shell. I'll click on apply. I'll go to 3, elevation 3. I'll click on apply. I'll select the shell. The leeward. I'll click on OK. Again I'll go to elevation 4. I'll go to assign shell load, wind pressure, select it all, and I'll click on. I'll go to define load combination. There is nothing no load combination here. I'll go add new. I'll take add default design combination. I'll take concrete frame design. I'll click on OK. It comes here. I'll click on OK again. These are the load combinations. Now I'll go to analyze menu. I'll run the analysis. I haven't saved the file. I'm saving it. I have given a name. Save. I've run the analysis. We can check whether the analysis is going or not. Creating analysis model story 2. So here we can know the percentage of analysis. The analysis is done and the model is being locked. This is the indication that the analysis has been done. By default, in my 3D view, the deformations is being done. I can show you. You can rotate and check. And clicking on any point, you can see the deformations. And selecting it. I'll select a frame. You can see the animation. Rotate it. This is how the deformation occurs due to the wind load. Now I'll click on stop animation. I'll now go to design. Our design is a concrete frame design. I'll take concrete frame. Now check view, revise, preferences. Okay. So now I'll again go to design. Due to some abnormal errors, my program terminated. Now I will open the saved file, that is 25-story building. The model is locked so that I can run the design. I'll go to screen. I'll check the design code and I'll click on OK. Now I'll go to design again. I'll take concrete frame. I'll give start design check. It may take some time as the flow rise is more. As we have given auto select, if there is any failure of the beams, it will auto change the properties of the beam by changing the dimensions of the columns which we have already specified. Analysis has been done and 641 concrete frames has been failed. So I will click on yes so that it will be reanalyzed and redesigned. Only 10 frames have been different. I'll click on yes. It's still analyzing. And the model is ready. No beams of any structural elements will be filled. I can check it out. Go to design, concrete frame design. Reiterating for all the 10 beams elements. And again click on yes. So now I click no because it is taking too long. I have to click yes. Now I will go to design. By default, in 3D view, it shows the longitudinal reinforcement details of the top and bottom rebars. I can zoom in and check out. Give me the details. Now I will go to design bar menu. I will take concrete frame and I will check for all members parts. Only one has been filled. I can redesign it. And concrete member has been filled. You can redesign it by changing the material properties, or if I would have completed the design check for all the 8 members, even this member would have not been filled. So after checking out, I'll now go and I again make the start design check so that even that one member will not be failed. The failed member's properties will be changed and all the members will be passed. I'll click on yes. So it is done. I'll click on 3D and I'll take view to build, extruded view. In 3D view, I'll go to toolbar extruded, in which I'll take use extruded view for frame. All the frames will be selected. As detailing has to be done, now I'll selected the beam. I have clicked right click. This shows me the rebar details. I can get in detail. The shear reinforcement and all the reinforcement details could be checked here. As this is not the licensed version, I cannot detail the property, check the details or do the detailing step. So I'll go to report and generate my report here. I'll check summary report. This is the summary report of the tall building what I have designed. I can check all the details here. I can save it. As it is not registered license, I cannot even save it. closing the report. So this is how the tall building is being analyzed, designed and detailed using ETABS. Thank you.